The cheers, they're shouting down their ears here, cheering them on. The French flags are out and flying at last. Laurent Fignon, their hero, is looking for the stage win. He's got the slipstream of Fuerte. He knows the finish, don't forget. He won here the only other time it came up Plagne in 1984. On that occasion, it was a great occasion because he went on to win the Tour de France. And look at the gear, Paul. He's just locked in there. His legs have almost come to a standstill. He's about to launch an attack that Fuerte may find hard to take. Fuerte zigzagging. He's forcing Fignon to try and make an attack from one side only. This is almost a track stand finish here. Fuerte goes to the barriers, making Fignon come on his left. Then he moves him across when he pins him on the outside. Then back again, and now he goes. And Fuerte is going to have to take the wheel of Fignon. Fignon has chosen the gear he wants for the climb. He's gone very, very early. He's going to make it a long one. Fuerte grits his teeth. There's still some fight in the Spaniard here as he comes round the corner. Paul Sherwin here is cheering for Laurent Fignon. He loves this cyclist because he's such an aggressive rider. Fignon is coming on the right, and yes, look how it boys. Fuerte is, and you can hear the cheers. Fignon has fought daily for the victory. He's got it now, but as the clock ticks on, Laurent Fignon comes over the line to that noise. We're watching Fabio Parra here now, and Parra will take second place. Third place. Fuerte was over there, terribly annoyed. He totally got that sprint wrong. Laurent Fignon is the winner. Parra will now come across in third place, and then the real drama of this Tour de France will begin as we watch Pedro Delgado come over for fourth place. There's Parra comes over in third place. 38 seconds the gap on the corner. Here is the start of the drama of today's stage of the Tour de France. Again, Pedro Delgado has slipped Stephen Roche on the climb. But remember, at one point he had a minute and a half. And just who is that rider coming up behind? Because that looks like Roche. That looks like Stephen Roche. It's Stephen Roche who's come over the line. He almost caught Pedro Delgado. I don't believe it. What a finish by Stephen Roche. We never knew he was that close. Stephen Roche has risen to the occasion so well. He almost caught Pedro Delgado on the line. Surely Paul Sherwin, Stephen Roche is now going to win this Tour de France.
Well, what an incredible finish by Stephen there. Who could have imagined that coming up those last few kilometres he must have pulled everything out. He let Delgado go at the bottom. Delgado did the same thing yesterday. He attacked and cracked towards the top of the climb, and Stephen just paced himself and pulled him back incredibly over the last few kilometres of this climb. Fantastic ride there.
Well, I've never ever in my life seen a reaction to a climb like that, and Roche has found strength he never knew he had. And you can't see the scenes at the moment, but I can describe them to you because they're out the side of our camera. Roche is surrounded by photographers. He is almost in a state of collapse, and they're fighting now to get some air to Stephen Roche. He has produced strength, unbelievable strength. Roche is being held up by the doctor. The cameras are going down to it. You may see some pictures shortly, but Roche is being held up by the doctor. His mechanic has now got him. He is leaning back. He is trying to gulp as much of the pressure of Plagne. He's being physically lifted to one side. He is only a matter of 3 feet from me. I am now looking down on Stephen Roche, who is on the floor, and he is sitting on the floor. The doctor is with him, and his mechanic is there as well. And Roche is now talking to the doctor. The doctor is massaging his chest. There's no serious problem here. I must emphasise, Roche is simply exhausted by the climb. His mechanic has given him a glass of water, and the doctor is not looking at all concerned. He's allowing the natural recovery of an athlete who has produced the limit of his ability up this climb. And now the police are in the scrum here as they're forcing back cameras and photographers who are trying to see Stephen Roche. You might be able to hear them shouting here, but Stephen Roche is still sitting calmly on the floor. The doctor just looking him in the eyes, talking to him, making sure he's completely conscious. Roche, I must say, looks a little bit white, but he's nodding he's okay. He's nodding there's no problem at all, as the mechanic holds a bottle of what looks more like a salt fluid here rather than water. But Stephen Roche has just produced an effort like I have never in my life seen. And there is the stage result today. Win for Laurent Fignon But Stephen Roche, look at that. 5 seconds he was behind Pedro Delgado on the line. What an incredible, incredible performance. Well, it's been an incredible day in the Tour de France, and Pedro Delgado keeps his yellow jersey, but only slightly increases his overall lead. What another amazing day this has been in the Tour de France. And there is Stephen Roche receiving oxygen on the floor. This has been some 15 minutes now since Roche finished, but it does appear that at last he is beginning to come round. There have been the most dramatic scenes I think I've ever seen in the Tour de France here, because Stephen Roche has been lying on the floor for a quarter of an hour with literally hundreds of photographers trying to crowd in on him, and the police have now at last managed to get a control of the situation.